An overflow in blessings to everyone for our daily verse. We are now at Leviticus chapter 7 in verse 11 up to verse 14. The Lord said, "Here are the instructions for offering a sacrifice to us, my blessing. If you offer it to give thanks, you must offer some bread together with it. Use the finest flour to make 3 kinds of bread without yeast, 2 in the form of loaves mixed with olive oil, and 1 in the form of tin wafers brushed with oil. You must also make some bread with yeast. Give me 1 loaf or wafer from each of these 4 kinds of bread, after which they will belong to the priest who splattered the blood against the bronze altar." So this passage is about the um this is about the offering for asking for a blessing from the Lord. So in this case, the Israelites were asked to give bread, or were asked by the Lord to offer bread, okay? Also in this passage, they were also commanded by the Lord to give a portion of those bread to the priest. So for us to understand this, let us remember that in reading the Bible, each passage we can read it by allowing, or by reading it by passage, because every passage had or have its own what we call that the train of thoughts, okay? So in this passage, they were asked by the Lord to give or to offer a bread. Why bread? Because the bread is their main staple, okay? So during those times, they don't eat rice. Unlike us Filipinos, we eat rice, right? So the counterpart of rice, or their main staple there, is bread, not rice, but bread, okay? So in this passage, the Lord is telling them that, okay, give this or offer this bread. And yes, they obey the Lord. So why? So why is it that the Lord's first instruction in for them to ask for his blessing is bread? So because the Lord is fully aware of the social classes that exist during those times. And not all Israelites were shepherds, meaning not all of them own their own animals that can be offered. That's why some of them were farmers and not shepherds. So those farmers, so they have their crops, and part of those plant that they planted during those time being a farmer is wheat, okay? So from that wheat they produce the flour, and from that flour they produce the bread. So that's what happened during those times, meaning the Lord is fully aware of their social standing. Some of them are farmers who is capable of offering the bread, and some of them are shepherd who is capable of offering the animals or the meat. Okay? So our God is a sensitive God. He is fully aware of what your capabilities are. Okay? And yes, the Lord is a sensitive God, and who is fully aware of the social classes that exist during the Old Testament. That's why some are given the order or the command to give flour or bread, and some were given the command to offer meat or animals. See, that is the God whom we are serving. He is a sensitive God. So in the Old Testament, they used that offering. And now in the New Testament, we no longer practice the offering of animals or the offering of flour or the offering of bread. But we still practice offering, maybe financially or monetary, right? So even nowadays we have different social classes. So it depends upon you on how much you want to offer as an offering. Or see, it is the Lord who empower you to give, not yourself, not your own ego, not your own pride. It is the Lord who give you the ability to produce wealth. So it is up to you on how you will repay the goodness of God. And we can repay the goodness of God by giving not just our tithes but our offering. After all, we must be fully aware of um, the needs of His church. So what are those needs? That the church needs to pay the rent for the venue, to pay the rent for the electricity, uh, for the water, for the Wi-Fi or internet connection, and for other needs, and for the basic needs of its worker, right? So it is up to us, because after all, God is the one who allow us to be financially wealthy. So it is how we will repay the goodness of God unto our lives. So we can do that by giving the appropriate offering based on our social standing or social class. Okay.